I think I've discovered the best new way to start creating content from a strategy standpoint. Now, this does not include content buckets, pillars, all of those types of things. It's a different way to approach creating your content that's a little bit different, but pretty simple. So that's what we're going to dive in today. Now, thank you for coming back. It's the Digital Wellness. Today I'm getting into a content strategy that has kind of transformed my business and the whole way I look at it. Like I said, this isn't going into your pillars or buckets or any of that type of thing. It's just a mindset shift of how to approach how you create content. Now, the old way of doing it, people said you want to create that know, like, and trust, and how we build that know is we, tell stories about ourselves or we educate people. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what I want to show you today is how I decided to approach my content to not just build that know, like, trust factor anymore. So what I did is I looked at my pieces of content as if they were mini freebies or mini opt-ins. Now, what an opt-in or a freebie is it's typically something we create, like an ebook, a training, a quiz, to get people on our email list. Well, when I was looking at my funnel, the first step a lot of the time is social media. I need to get a lot of people into my social media channels before I could even get them onto my opt-in or my email list. And the problem is most of the people who were following me on social media already had opted in at some point. I've created a ton of freebies over the years and I've gotten their email address. Even now, a lot of the times when people get in on a new freebie, I already have them on my list. It's not a bad thing. That is continuing to nurture my relationship with them. But I wanted to look at a way to get more people to follow me at the very top of my funnel. So what I decided to do was create content and structure it in a way that I was my freebie, my opt-in. So I want to go over 3 ways that you can quickly do this, small tweaks in the content you're already creating to treat it more like a freebie or an opt-in to get people to click that follow button. Now, the first thing that you want to do is you've got to have a really good punchy hook or headline. I know we already do this a lot of times with our content, but I want you to shift from thinking of, how to do XYZ or, things are changing or 4 mistakes you're making this way or that way. That type of headline or hook, it's been used before, it's been around, and a lot of times that content is a lot more dense. There's a lot more meat to it, and it works really well with somebody who's already following you. They're gonna get to know you, like you, and trust you, but right now we just want them to follow you. It's before all of that. So what that looks like is having a headline that is, 5, not even 5 ways to do this right now. You want more of a punchy headline hook, like a really quick win, or take some way that they're already doing something and debunk it right off the hop, or bring more storytelling and more personality into it and leave them on a bit of a cliffhanger. Like most people don't know this about reaching your first 5K month. Something like that. So really dig into your headlines, make them a little bit controversial. I don't like clickbaity stuff, but you want to have that mindset. It's really exciting and you want people to click on it. And you want them to stop and read your post essentially. So once somebody stops to read your post, you've got their attention through a reel or a carousel. You want to give them a really quick win. And I think this is where a lot of the how-to content or long story form, it gets lost and muddled as people have a really short attention span. What you want to do is give them a really quick win, something they can do right now to further ahead, get them ahead in whatever problem you're solving for them. This is, kind of the same frame as a freebie where you're not giving them all your training, but you're either giving them a really quick win so they feel good about themselves. So this does not mean a 400-page ebook because nobody's going to read all that. Or you give them the first few steps to get them going. So again, they have that dopamine hit. They feel like they really are successful. They're going to start wanting to consume more and more of your content that way. And then the third thing that you want to do after getting them with a really good hook, giving them a really quick win, is you need to tell them to do something next. This is also your call to actions, which you should already be using. But this one, you want to be very clear. Follow for more tips like this. This is how you're going to get new people into your funnel or into following you, and then hopefully get them on your newsletter. So with these 3 things, you're going to start treating your content more like a freebie, which is going to attract new followers. Now, this shouldn't be your only content, because once somebody is there, you do want to nurture them. You want to get their email address. You want to get them in on your programs. But this is a great test to start throwing in there and seeing if you can start gaining more followers from that. So just remember to have that really punchy hook or headline, give them a quick win, and then tell them to go follow you as your call to action for more tips, more helpful hints like this, XYZ, whatever it is, and your follower count should be growing in no time.